Hi there, my dear art friends. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I wanted to talk about studio time. One thing you might know if you've been following me for a while is that a big part of what I teach is how people can make time for their studio practice. And you can look at themindfulartist.com. I have a number of articles. There's the book, 7 Essential Practices for the Professional Artist, where I talk about making a commitment to your studio practice. And a lot of that's based on the fact that I've been a meditator for a really long time. And, you know, the concept of practice in yoga and meditation and regularity of it and the immense benefits you get from that have really influenced my studio practice. But actually that concept was a little bit in place. Those concepts all came together for me around the same time in my early 20s. Anyway, I am doing this video to ask for your advice, my dear friends, today, because I was driving to the studio this morning and I was like really determined to get here early because I have a full day and I have appointments, and I'm not going to be able to be here all day like I love to do. And I've been, to be honest, really stressing myself out over the past 2 weeks. And that is because other things in my life are taking precedence. I'm working on building a house, and it's actually not for me to live in, it's to sell. So it's a business thing. And I'm super excited to design it and work on it. I mean, this is gonna be really fun, and I signed up for an interior design class, and it all relates so much to what we do as artists, you know, design and color and texture and space and form and composition and all that stuff. So it's very exciting to me, and it will be a very creative pursuit, but I'm going to have to put in more time in the next 10 to 12 months on this project. So that means less studio time, but I haven't been rejiggering my schedule, and so I've been stressing myself out. I've been working really long hours. I've been like, you know, just feeling a little squeezed at both ends, and that's not sustainable for me. As you know, mindful artist, I'm really interested most of all in balance and equilibrium and peace, and I want to radiate that through my work. So it just doesn't work for me to be in that state when I come to the studio. So it means essentially there's going to be less studio time, and side note, there will be fewer videos. And I was so excited I came up with this idea for the video because I really love, this is my passion project, it's not my paid work, and so I really love doing these videos for you, but just heads up, they're not probably going to be any tutorial videos until I get this house built, and then I would imagine I will get back to that because I've really been wanting to get a professional crew in here and film and nicely edited and really get deep into so many of the things about setting up a palette and color mixing and all these things that I've been wanting to share with you, more about mediums. I mean, I have like a huge list of videos I want to make for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed because that will be in our future. Anyway, so I know a lot of you work full-time jobs or you have other responsibilities, and I would love for you to share with me how you balance your life, your work, and your studio time, because I have had this incredible luxury through most of the COVID quarantine to be able to be in my studio pretty much every day and long stretches, and it's been really wonderful, and it's what I love to do. And I sometimes think of my creative self as like a little child. I joked about it in another video how like she hates to clean up after herself. She just wants to get in there, make a mess, and leave. But that doesn't work either, because she comes back the next day and then the studio's a mess and she doesn't know where she was and she can't find things and she has to clean the brushes, or, well, that's not true. Always clean my brushes, but I don't always like put the paints back, and I don't always want to, but I've trained myself over the years to do all that because it makes for a better experience when I do come in the studio. I come in, everything's orderly, I have little post-it notes where I left off, and anyway, all wonderful. So I guess what I'm getting at is that I'm not going to, it's just not realistic. I'm going to have to set aside some specific times to be here. I don't even know how much, but my experience, I think what's called in a personality type is an obliger. Like if I set a goal for myself, I am going to realize it, whether it's a fitness goal or a health goal or a studio time goal or a getting my work out in the world goal, all that stuff. I just can't not do what I say I'm going to do. So it's better for me to have a lower expectation and exceed it than to have a too high expectation and not be able to let go of it and stress myself out and all that. So anyway, back to you guys and your wisdom and your experience. How do you structure your week? If your creative time is really important to you and you've made a serious commitment to it, but you're not able to work every day on your art, do you set a schedule? Do you just find the time? Do you work early in the mornings? Do you work late at nights? I know that's all really personal, but I think even if it's not for me, it's going to help all of us, this conversation that we're going to have about this. So I would love to hear, and especially in particular, if you have times when you're not busy, when you're more busy and you're not able to get to it, because not doing it is not an option for me. Like, I have to make art. I have to. It's the most important thing in my life besides my meditation and, of course, my family and friends. It's like the core around which my life revolves and has for a long time. I've developed everything in my life so that I can have a studio practice, and a studio means so much to me, and it's just part of like who I am at a very deep level. So I need your help. I need to figure out how to be reasonable, to be gentle with myself, and to still answer the call of that little child. Now she feels like she had this big cookie that she's been eating all year, and she loves her cookie. And that is the studio time. I've had so much studio time, and now it's being pulled out of her mouth, and she is having a tantrum, and she's just not having any of it. And I need to soothe her, calm her down, and tell her everything's going to be okay. It's probably only for 10 or 12 months. And I will then have a lot more studio time. That's the plan. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. And thank you so much for being part of this community. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please like this video. It helps this channel so much, you guys, and it means so much to me to get this information out to a broader audience. If it's helped you, it will definitely help others, so share the love. Okay, see you soon.